first of all, why did we create it? So social media is obviously having a massive effect on the direct selling industry. So we all know the names Emma Cooper, Natalie Healy, Jane Leach. They have all used social media to grow their business massively over the last 2 or 3 years. And it's clear that they're doing lots of other things as well, all of the coaching and everything else that you need to do to build a successful business. But the reality is that they've learned how to use social media really effectively, and that's helped them with their recruitment, it's helped them with their selling. So, it's become a fundamental part of building a business. And the reason that it's made such an impact, it's ideal. You can build a huge network of people that are following you, a huge network of people that you can communicate with really easily. So it was almost as if this is the perfect tool for the direct selling industry. It's the perfect tool to build a forever business. And it's really effective, but it's only effective if you use it in the right way. And we've seen the names Emma Cooper, as I say, Natalie, etc., etc. There's lots of people that do it properly, but for every one that does it properly, for every one that's really accessing the power of social media, there's hundreds and hundreds that are either not using it because they don't know how to and they're a little bit scared of it, or they're doing it badly. And by doing it badly, they're not doing the things that will help grow their business. And even if you are making a good job of using social media in your business, like the fact is that it's time consuming, right? I talk to lots of FBOs and they tell me that they struggle to think of what to post about. They'll spend 2 or 3 hours on a Sunday maybe putting together some planning, and it's a really big time-consuming chunk of every week that is it's something that you need to do, but there's too much time being spent on it, and that's time that you could be spent doing the other things. You could be out working with your team, you could be out prospecting, doing all the things that other people have been talking about before. So to his credit, Bob recognised this, and I started talking to Bob about FLP Social early last year. So he recognised that, the business is growing very, very quickly. That's fantastic. There's lots of people that are growing their individual businesses, but he saw that people were getting left behind. And it's great if you've grown up with technology, but if you didn't grow up with technology, then it can be all too easy to think, I can't do that. I don't have the skills to do it. And if you start to get left behind, then it's very, very difficult to catch up. So I think Bob recognised really early on that, this is something that everyone should have access to. So we started talking about how we could create a platform that would make it simple to use social, and that's fundamentally what we've created. What we've also done is built into the platform a little compliance checker. Now that means that when you put a post together, a lot of the FBOs that I've talked to over the last year, they're really scared, they're really nervous, they don't know what they can post about, they don't know what they can say, they're scared of making some sort of claim, a nutritional claim or an unsubstantiated medical claim, or saying something wrong about the earnings potential. So again, it's easier just to take your hands off and not post rather than risk saying something that you shouldn't. So what we've built into the platform is something which enables every post to be checked before it goes public. So even if you trip up, even if you write something that you shouldn't mistakenly, the system will catch it and it will flash up a little warning to you, and that will say that I think you need to edit it. It looks like the post is non-compliant. So it's a learning tool as well as something which makes posting easy. So what I'm going to do, we're going to play a quick video just for a couple of minutes. That's going to give you a little bit of an overview of the platform, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about it, and we'll talk to some people that have been using it.
Groundbreaking technology. That's FLP.social.
5 years ago, we had the idea of creating a social media tool, specifically to accelerate the growth of business owners in the direct selling industry.
We put together a professional, enthusiastic team of creatives, designers, developers, and programmers to create a system that would make a massive impact on the direct selling industry worldwide.
Our idea was to put everything you'd need to be a digital marketing professional into one place.
What's more, make you appear to be a social media expert in just a couple of minutes.
It had to be so simple that anyone could do it, regardless of their social media experience.
At last, it's arrived. Introducing FLP.social. It's time to supercharge your business.
With FLP.social, you'll get your own personalised website. You'll be able to post to all of your Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest and LinkedIn groups, pages and boards from one place and be able to produce your own professional-looking posts.
Or even better, the system can create posts for you while you concentrate on other aspects of your business. Now that makes things easier. You'll also be able to schedule posts for future release, enabling you to create your own social media marketing campaign, which schedules one post to be released on each of your social media accounts, each day for the next week in just a couple of minutes.
Let's go into a little more detail. A personalised website just for you. The minute you create an FLP.social account, a vibrant, engaging website will be automatically created for you, saving a small fortune in design and hosting fees.
This will give your business a professional presence and enable you to drive sales and profit directly from your social media activity.
FLP.social even suggests content for you.
You'll love this. The system creates and suggests posts for you, saving hours of time.
We undertake hashtag research on your behalf. The use of hashtags can even be mind-boggling for social media experts. We make it simple by doing all the research for you.
Using hashtags will give your social media posts far more exposure. Our hashtag tool makes them easy to understand and will let you know the best ones from any given situation. Now that's good.
We track your success. FLP.social produces statistics telling you exactly how successful each of your posts has been, allowing you to focus all of your attention on the things that work. You get access to a huge product image library.
With thousands of product and lifestyle images to choose from, creating visually stunning posts just couldn't be easier.
It comes with social media training. If you're only familiar with Facebook, let the system guide you to the effective use of Pinterest, Twitter and LinkedIn and train you how to use all the key features that only the experts know about.
The system checks for compliance. There's no need to be nervous about saying anything that breaks the rules, as the compliance feature double-checks everything you post before allowing it to go public. And if you're saying something you shouldn't, it will point it out to you and give you the opportunity to edit before posting. Rather than share, the system uses repost. Unlike any other social media platforms, if you want to pass on a post you receive to your network, FLP.social automatically strips out the originator's ID and replaces it with your own, then allows you to repost it across your entire social network. You then get all the downline credit. So, how much is this wonderful creation?
A lot less than you'd think. You can take your business to the next level by maximising the potential of social media for an amazing £9.60 a month.
Fantastic! That's the equivalent of only 32 pence a day. Now that's value. So, first thing to do when you get home, head straight for your computer, log into FLP.social and start your free 14-day trial.
We guarantee you won't look back.
Cool. Okay, so let's that gave a very quick kind of overview of the platform. Let's talk in detail about what it'll do for you and why it's going to help grow your business. So let's assume that you're not using social media, or you're very limited in the use of social media at the moment. What we aim to do, and I agreed with Bob at the outset, this has to be an educational tool. So we want you to learn from it. We want you to get better at social media because it can have such a big impact on your business. So initially, we take people into a feature which we call suggested content. So it's with suggested content, and this is great. I know you've got some recruitment drives going on at the moment. This is great for recruiting people, because if you recruit someone into the business, sponsor someone in the business, you can get them posting the very next day. So once they've got their FBO ID number, they can create an FLP social account. You can tell them just to go in and go straight, even if they don't know the compliance rules, if they don't understand all the products properly, they haven't been through the kind of training meetings that I know you put on for them, they can go to suggested content, they click the tab. Once they've connected their Pinterest, their Twitter, their Facebook, and their LinkedIn accounts to the platform, They choose the categories of product or the opportunity posts that they'd like to be putting out there. They choose the accounts that they want to post to. They hit search, and the system will automatically generate one post per account per day for the next 7 days. And it's done. They schedule those posts, or the system schedules those posts with a date and time. You hit schedule all, and literally within 30 seconds or so, they can have posts lined up for each of the social media accounts that they're using that covers the next 7 days. So that's great for someone coming into the business. That's kind of the entry level. Now the next step would be you can go into, when you start to use the platform a little bit, you'll get confident enough. You can go into those posts that the system has generated, and you can start to edit them. So you can start to make them more personal. And I would always say that you're going to get a much better response if if the posts are in some way personal to you and to your audience. So that gets to the suggested content, gets people up and running really quickly. The next stop in the education is what we call content research. Now this is again, it's really, really simple. You can use the system to search Facebook or search Google News or search YouTube for any content on any particular topic that you'd like. So let's say you were having a push on fitness products. You can type fitness into YouTube, let's say, and the system will automatically go out and it just scans the internet and it keeps throwing more and more content at you on fitness. Now it could be that you want to get something which is kind of funny, kind of engaging, so you might want to put in there fitness funnies or whatever. But you'll very quickly learn to use it to source loads and loads of content. Very, very simple. As soon as you find something you like, all you need to do is click on a little calendar icon at the side of the screen. That links that particular content to the post. You can then write in the post, choose the accounts that you want to send it to, hit send, and it's done. So you can find tons of content on any particular subject in seconds. You can be putting together posts which in the past might have taken you at least a good few minutes to kind of come up with the inspiration as to what you're going to post in the past. Doing it this way, it's just very, very quick. It's very, very easy, and that's the second step on the way. The third one, and this is where we want to get everyone up to, is what we call Visual Composer. Now, some of you that are using the system frequently may not have even seen this, because on, I think it was Wednesday, we uploaded 1 million copyright-free images into the platform. So now you can either use pictures that you've taken yourself and loaded up onto your computer, or you can access pictures on any topic. So there's a little search facility, so you put in any topic you like, up pop loads and loads of images that you can use, all professionally taken images. You can take that in the Visual Composer and you can adjust the size of it. You can put it into a really professional looking frame, so it starts to look like something which you might otherwise have to go and pay a graphics designer to do. Once you're happy with the look of it, you can click and you can put some text into the picture, and it's all very, very intuitive. It's very, very simple. So it takes no time at all to create something with your message that you can attach to a post, and again, you can then schedule that post to go out on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Pinterest at any point in the future. And what we're finding are people are taking a load of time to knock up some really, really good looking images. You can then save them to your computer as well, so they're using some of those for marketing materials. But whatever, from a social point of view, their social presence starts to look much more professional. So your business starts to look much more professional, and you start to get the the sort of recognition in terms of people that are noticing your posts that you need. So from a posting point of view, it's absolutely fantastic. As I said earlier, every post that goes out is checked. So you haven't got to worry about what you're putting into the main body of the post, and you haven't got to worry about the text either that you're putting into the images, because the system will automatically scan all of the text that you've created. And if there is anything in there that is absolutely non-compliant, a warning will come up and say, we can't send it, you need to edit it, in the same way as you probably saw it on the screen earlier. If it looks like it might be non-compliant, but it isn't absolute, then the post might be referred to the compliance team at Forever. They can take a look at it and they can make a judgment call over whether it can be released or otherwise. But fundamentally, the great thing about that is you haven't got to worry about making a mistake. You haven't got to worry about saying something wrong, because there is a safety net there for you. And that on its own is encouraging lots of people now to post when they didn't in the past. Another important part of the system is the statistics area. So what we're looking to do is encourage you to do the things that work and stop doing the things that don't work. And I saw in the Time Chunks presentation earlier, it was all about only do the things that are going to make a really positive impact to your business. So, what we do in the statistics area is look at every post. We tell you the number of clicks that it's got. We tell you the number of comments that it's got. We tell you the number of likes that it's got. And you can start to understand, what's working and what's not. There's a great little hashtag research tool which enables you to find the hashtags that have got the right amount of traffic. And you can, when you do a little search, you might think, okay, I'm putting a post out about fitness, whatever it is. You can type fitness into the hashtag research tool, and it will throw up lots and lots of options with a color coding to say these are the ones that are moving too quickly. It's not worth using it. These are the ones that have got no traffic. Forget using that as well. But these are the ones that are perfect. The ones that are color coded green have got the right amount of traffic. So in the statistics area, you can then see those hashtags and you can start to begin to understand which ones are getting a response for you and those that are not. So just stop using the ones that are rubbish and only concentrate your efforts on using the ones that are getting a response. So there's this educational theme goes all the way through the platform. So we're making it simple by getting you there in little steps. And once you get to the end of the journey, we're absolutely certain that you are going to see a real big positive impact in your business. Now, I'm that certain about this. Now, I met a gentleman earlier today, Ron Curry. Is Ron around? I think everyone heard of Ron Curry? Right. Okay. So I had a little chat with Ron earlier on today. And he very apologetically told me that he didn't understand anything to do with Facebook. He didn't use social media, and he said I will be the worst, and he was very embarrassed about it. But clearly, you want to use social, right? Okay, so I've started the Ron Curry challenge. Within I don't know how we're going to follow this, but somehow we'll publicise this on the Forever Facebook page. But what we're going to do is get Ron posting. Now, I think you've got Facebook, right? You've got Facebook, but not Twitter, not LinkedIn, not Pinterest. So we're going to help. We're going to, this whole educational theme. We're going to take Ron on the journey, and I guarantee you, by the end of the month, let's say by the end of the month, Ron will have a Facebook presence, and you will be out there posting regularly, right? So, good stuff. Right, a couple of statistics before we get the girls out on stage here. So we released the platform in July, at the start of July. We've got 5,000 FBOs have trialled it. They've been on. They've set up an account. Of those 5,000, there's around about 1,600 or 1,700 that are now using it every day. So there are 1,700 or so people that are posting regularly, and they're getting great results from it. We know they're getting great results. They tell us about when they're recruiting people. So they are sponsoring people into the business, and they are selling product on the back of what they're doing with FLP Social. So it's absolutely working. There's about 500,000 posts gone out since we launched, and the effect of those, we are seeing that there are tens of thousands of likes, there are tens of thousands of comments that are coming through. So the impact is really good. And as I said, there are customers placing orders, and there's new people being pulled into the business. So the feedback we're getting is absolutely amazing. But as you'd imagine, I would say that, wouldn't I? So if I can just get 3 ladies up that have been using the platform. So if you could just welcome up onto the stage from, we've got Karen and Elaine and Faye. A little round of applause. Yes. Right. Okay. So, Elaine, first of all, so how long have you been using the platform?
About 3 months now.
About 3 months. And how's it working out for you?
Amazing. I love it. It's absolutely awesome. So my main issue is structure in my business. I think with everybody, time management is key. So what I've found since I've used FLP Social is I don't get sucked into Facebook as much because I'm not on Facebook scrolling, looking at people's dinners and cats and stuff. Instead, I'm focusing on my business and thinking about the social message. It's a much more business-like approach to working your social media. And at the Scottish training that we had recently, Fiona Izzard had said as well about the groups app, which is on most of your smartphones, and the Messenger app. So that again keeps me out of Facebook, and I think it just makes you really focused and keeps it on point.
Were you doing much social previously?
I was doing social, but I wouldn't say it was as structured as it is now. And even, I know you're saying about when people like or interact with your post, but for the first month I didn't really have that much interaction, but then I met people.
Sorry,
what was it?
No, someone making signs at me, sorry.
Hi.
No, go on.
No, I met people like out and about, and they were saying, oh, I saw you're doing really well with XYZ. So even if they're not liking the post or commenting, they are noticing these posts and they like to stalk us and see what's happening, and then they'll join you.
Okay. All right, fantastic. There you go. Thank you very much. Faye, so you've been using it a little bit longer than that, haven't you?
Yeah, I was part of the initial trial that went out to some of the GLT that were trialling it in the UK. So I was part of that. So I've used it a little bit longer.
Okay, so kind of what's the message you would like to give everyone about it?
There's a couple of things that I think are really important. So for me, just over a year ago, my mum was diagnosed with terminal cancer. So I used my last year's chairman's bonus to book a family holiday. And what I wanted to do you want us to move forward? Yeah. What I wanted to do on that family holiday was spend time as a family. And we all know what it's like to take time out of our business. We don't want to do it. We don't want to stop the ball rolling with our business. So what it enabled me to do was schedule my posts for that whole 2-week holiday. So, and when I say schedule the posts, it's when we talk about the 80-20 rule. So the 80% I was doing was lifestyle on holiday, what the business had brought to me as a family and creating the memories. But then the 20%, which was about the product and the business opportunity, FLP Social was doing for me. So it enabled me to have that time with my family that I was much needed and wanted. So that's one thing. And then the second thing what I wanted to talk about is when we go back to that first day of us starting in the business and how we felt when we got home with our box and we say, what do we do now? And we don't know what to put on social media. And you kind of froze, or you put, oh, I'm so excited about this new business, and you freeze. What do I do next? Well, for me, FLP Social has done that for them. They can go on there, there's posts on there already done for them that they can schedule and put out. Once their confidence gets up, they can then use the visual composer to do their own posts as well. So that was the 2 things.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and that as I said earlier, that getting to the stage of using the visual composer, that's what this is about. It's not about just starting to use suggested content and putting the bare minimum out there. It's going from using suggested content, then starting to personalize it, then going into picking your own topics that you're going to be posting about with the content research, and then you're onto the visual composer, which really enables you to start producing very, very professional looking posts that really get noticed. So, Karen. So is there anything you particularly like about it? Has it affected your business?
It's really helped me structure my time. I used to be terrible for wasting time on Facebook. I would go to post something, I would post things at all the wrong time, but now I'm finding when I go in to look at the actual results, what's getting clicked on, I can now see that the correct things are being posted at the correct time as well. It's saving me a lot of time. When I do my planning on a Sunday, I just do everything. I do my FLP social at the same time as well. People are commenting as well that my posts are much better. I'm using professional pictures. But what I do love as well is you can use what they suggest for you, but you can adapt it. About 10 days ago, about 2 weeks ago, I did a Clean 9 and I did a group. So I had a few people starting with me. And I just changed the format slightly and said, does anybody else want to join me? And I got 2 other people from that post joining our C9 challenge.
Cool.
So yeah, I love it, absolutely love it. If you're not using it, start using it, it's brilliant.
Okay, well, you took the words right out of my mouth. If you're not using it, then start using it. It's brilliant. So all you got to do, everyone gets a 14-day free trial on the platform. So if you go to flp.social, sign up. And one of the things we're just starting it this Monday actually, I'm running a regular kind of how-to workshop. So the workshop webinar this week is at 9 o'clock on Monday evening. It's free, everyone can join it. So if you are interested in doing that, sign up for an account, and if you can't find any reference or any link to the webinar, then just use a support ticket. You'll figure out how to do that when you open an account. But send a support ticket through. We'll send you, just say, can we have a link to the webinars? And I'll make sure that you get a link to the webinar, and that can enable you to get up and running and start the education straight away. That's us done. Thanks ever so much, everyone. Thank you, ladies.